Hi. Hi, my name's Hannah, and my artist name is Jinx Jeans, and I'm here to make my first YouTube video. And you can tell how awkward I am. We'll get through it together. I'm making this video because, listen, I've been on YouTube forever, tried making channels forever. It just never worked. And you know, as I'm getting older, I feel like I can now try and maintain this a little bit better. Found my more niche place of what I like to do, because I used to do like gaming and then like vlogs and then like all this other crap. But now I'm here today to talk to you about, you know, just I'm doing this like out of my ass, so like to be honest, I'm sorry if I'm like not making much sense or am kind of all over the place. I just kind of did this on a whim, so we're just going with the movements, all right? But yeah, I'm here because like I love YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube myself. I watch a lot of art vlogs and stuff like that, and I just have such a love for video making and, you know, that type of thing as well. The community that comes with making videos and putting yourself out there and doing all of that stuff. I started a little bit on TikTok recently, and you know, I like TikTok. TikTok's cool, but like my real love is like YouTube. I personally watch a lot of YouTube because I like to put it on and then just do my own thing. Or I put it on to get inspiration, and TikTok can do that, but the short form content isn't for me. So yes, I'm here to you today to bring you along onto my own art journey. Maybe even other things, not necessarily related to art, but things that I just like, to be honest. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that like the same things as me, so I'm just gonna put out whatever thing that I like, because I like a lot of different things. But the main thing that this will probably be an art channel, a lot of doing art, stuff like that, but I'm just gonna see where it takes me, you know? I just have such an urge to record myself, I guess, and talk to a camera and post it and have people judge me, I guess. I don't know why, but I truly just like have such a want to do it. So I'd really like to get my art out there. You know, Instagram and TikTok are one thing, but I think YouTube's another, and I'd love to like get more in depth of, you know, my work, products, things that I might even need help with myself, because let's be real, I'm not anywhere where I personally want to be. So it's definitely gonna be like a, you know, a journey. It's a journey. Isn't it all a journey? I don't know what the rest of this might be. I might actually just show you a little snippet into my life, just to try and get you to like just know more about me, and if you're interested in me, because that's really, while I would love you to be interested in my artwork and my videos, I'd love you to be interested in me, because I get very invested into the people that I watch and get that parasocial relationship going, you know? But just a community in general, and so I might show you some art that I've done, maybe, and maybe my art station, or I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to get this out there, and I'm so hesitant on starting that I just like, for some reason, got the urge being like, just do it now. Just do it now. I was gonna wait till after Christmas, because right now today is December 6th, so I was gonna maybe wait till after Christmas, just because I really don't know Christmas is just a lot, I just don't know what's gonna be happening. But I got 2 weeks until I'm not at my, like, till I leave, so maybe I don't do a Christmas vlog, I don't know, but I just think it is time for me to get started, and I've been holding myself back for a really long time because of my anxieties, my depression. I'm neurodivergent and I'm just figuring a lot out about myself and trying to figure out ways to help myself but also push myself, you know? Because I'm sure a lot of people relate that it's really hard to move forward when you've been stuck for so long, and I felt like I've been stuck for so long. Even reading my journal back in the summertime of this year, it's just like all I kept writing was like, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. And granted, I was in a really bad time in my life during the summertime and things have changed, but I've been stuck and I'm tired of being stuck. And, you know, I think that I just need to get going. And so this is me getting going, trying to put my fears and anxieties behind me, because while I want people to watch this, I'm also scared about people watching this, especially people that I know in real life. And if you know me in real life, no, you don't. I just gotta get over it. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy the rest of this video, whatever I decide to do. As of this moment, as I am making this, like recording this, no idea what I'm doing for the rest of the video. But just, you know, grab your water, grab your coffee, sit back and relax, and I hope you like it. And if you don't, constructive criticism only. Constructive criticism only. You don't need to say I'm fat. I know I'm fat, thank you. Don't need to tell me. I got it, cool. You don't need to tell me that my face is breaking out. Cool, I know. Constructive criticism only. Got it? Awesome. Now that we're on that page, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. And I'm gonna go figure out what the rest of this video is gonna be. Oh, I ate a fucking coffee grind. Ew. Hey guys, it's a little bit later. Same day, just wearing like my smock. It's not a different day, but I wanted to this video, because since this is like kind of the introduction video, I just wanted to kind of take it easy, not do like anything too crazy. So I've decided to bring some pieces together, like completed actual pieces, nothing like, not like sketchbook. We can do that like a sketchbook tour a different day maybe, if anybody. I love those, so I might just do it anyway, even if you're not interested. I'm going to just show some of my finished pieces over the last couple years. The last couple years have been kind of weird when it comes to art. I've been very in and out of it. Out of high school, I was like really into art in high school, and then we're kind of in and out of it as well in high school. And then I was in AP art my senior year, and granted, I don't think I was a very developed artist as a senior, as somebody who was in AP art, just because one, I skipped a whole like art class. They just like let me go into AP art even though there was like another class I should have taken. So I don't really think my art skills were honestly very developed, because I look back on some of the old pictures of the projects I turned in, and while I will say I didn't try very hard in that class, because I didn't care enough, I would say. Like, I cared, but like I was way more interested in hanging out with my friends and talking. And then on top of that, I was just like a procrastinator, and so I would procrastinate on those big projects, because it was, you know, with the AP art, it was like you turned in eight completed pieces by the end that were like the same theme or like the same type of art, and I procrastinated and just like last minute a lot of it. So a lot of them, granted, were not good pieces of art, but I also did not love the art teacher that I had. Her style was very different from mine, just because I'm more abstract and she wasn't. And I don't know, it was a very weird time, long story short, and I just was not into art anymore. I transferred into makeup after high school and kind of stopped with actual traditional art. Was into makeup until probably about COVID hit. So 3 years, I would say, 3 or 4 years. And I thought that makeup is what I wanted, but I think I just kind of deviated into a different type of medium that was artistic. I found my way back the last probably 4 years, I would say. 3 or 4 years since COVID. I'm back into it. So when I moved out to Florida in 2021, and I kind of started it slowly doing more art things, especially when I kind of got my desk and kind of got a space for it. It's kind of happened, and so a lot of these pieces are kind of not the best, especially obviously in the beginning. Some of the ones in the end I like more. So we'll just kind of see what's in the bag that I have. And like I said, a lot of these are like we're finished pieces, not necessarily like sketchbook stuff. I have a lot of that. Where's the pink one? Yeah, okay. I'm missing art. Where the fuck? Do you ever just like put art places and don't remember where you put it? Because I'm like, I remember having a lot more pieces that I didn't like. Whatever. I just like don't know where some of my art went, but okay. We'll start with some of the beginning pieces that I kind of was getting back into art. I was getting into oil paints, and so like I said, these are finished. I have a lot that are really bad, okay? A lot of them are really bad. These ones just still happen to be the best ones because these are the ones that I can find. So that means I hid the other ones somewhere and I don't know where they are. So getting into oil paint. So I got my first oil paints to actually use since high school. I don't even know if I think I did use them a little bit in high school. You're gonna see a theme of citrus. Kind of became a thing for a while because I just didn't know what to paint. And I started to realize that like I just didn't know what to paint, and I didn't want to grow and make bad art, so I was just doing the same thing. Now granted, a lot of these I like, and I think I have a cool style, but I wasn't necessarily improving as I was doing this. Now I'm kind of doing other things. 2021 is the date. I think this was like summer 2021. I like it. As for being kind of old, you know, I did my own border and everything. I didn't even use a roller. I just kind of hand did it, and I was like, damn, I'm good. I like this one. This one was definitely gonna be one I'm gonna hang up. I had a crystal series, and there's a pink one that I did first. I don't know where it is. And the reason is because I didn't like it as much, so I wasn't gonna hang it up. And so I don't know where that crystal painting went. And honestly, it's gonna drive me a little crazy that I don't know where these art pieces are. So the first one, I'll show this one because I don't like this one as much, even though I did this after the other one I'm gonna show you. So this was done in September 2022. So a little bit over a year ago. Don't mind it, not a lot of dimension, not gonna lie, very flat. I like the blending a lot more on this one, very flat. This one is a little bit better, and I love this one. This one I love. I wish I did it on a better canvas because these are some shitty canvases that, like our dollar store. And I wish that I did it on a nicer canvas because it's just, I love it so much. This one was done in September 22 as well, but before this one. But so good. Another pattern that I really like doing is a Zentangle pattern. And it's like, I learned it in high school, and it's just a pattern that has stuck with me for a long time, and it will probably continue to stick with me, and I will do it when I don't know what to do. When I just want to doodle, I'm gonna do this. And so I've taken this throughout, and I've done different things with it. So, this was one I did in August 22, and it's very shiny, as you can see, because I not laminated it, but I varnished the hell out of it so that it can be shiny and just sound nice. But this is kind of like a 3D one I wanted to do. Like I said, I do this when I get bored, and sometimes I can take it in different directions. I can use it as a background. I don't know, I think it's a cool pattern. It's not obviously that like impressive. It's just one that is kind of more tedious, and so, you know, I'll do some tedious work if I don't know what to do. Now I started to get into the citrus style. The citrus really became my thing. Haha, I lied. I'm gonna show you something else instead. This is just a cool little design I did. hand did everything, and then it kind of sparked. The white in between is shimmery. It's like a silver or a pearlescent white. I also love to stamp my paintings on the back, so a lot of these I didn't even show have wax stamps on them, because why not? Because it's fun. Just a random one I did in 2021. I don't actually know when I did it, sometime during that year. These are very cheap paints, and I'm happy how it turned out, because since they are cheap paints, especially the red, it just takes, I had to do it so many times to get it to look nice and like pigmented. So now we're going to move on to the citrus that I was mentioning. I started doing this and it became my style. So this was the first one that started it in 21. I don't know exactly the date. I get more specific later on just because I was like, I need to do the month by month. So this just says 21. So this was like, I did this and then I stopped painting. Like I took a hiatus for a while. So this is from summer of 21. It kind of, the varnish, it got ripped because it got stuck to another one. So it's kind of, I'm like, whatever, just because it's old and I don't actually like it that much. I think it's a good representation of like my start with my citrus pattern that you're about to see, because if you look very closely, you know, it's just sloppy. Not a bad thing. It's my first one. I don't, you know, I love the colors, I will say, and from far away it's very pleasing to the eye, I will admit, but I think it is not as well done as a lot of my other ones that I'm about to show you. A start of an era. So that was number 1, and I even actually label each one. So this isn't 1, and there's gonna be some missing ones. There's gonna be like 1 or 2 that are missing because some of them are presents, and I still labeled that, I still put them in the collection order, but they're just not here. So there's some gaps. So we have September 22, so a full year basically before I started painting again and then like really getting into it. So this one is, yeah, September 22nd. You got a little stamp on the back. From the first one, a little bit nicer, a little bit more better technique, but still keeping the same layout, same look, whatever. We have number 3 of the collection, September 22nd as well. So these were made in the same month. I love this one. I think this one is very pleasing to the eye. The green with the purple and everything. As you can see, I really love contrast. Contrast really speaks to me. Love it. Especially when you're doing something like this. I need a contrast background with all these different colors, you know? So yeah, it's a little bit, each one is a little bit nicer than the last. Like you can see, it's kind of getting the technique down of how I want it to look. Now, I love this one. And this one I actually ended up doing another one for. If I can figure out how to put the photo in, I'll do it. Did I do it? If it's not there, then I didn't figure it out. I made it for my boyfriend's grandparents and they ended up loving it. They live in Florida, and so it gives that same vibe of just the colors, I didn't even show it, the colors, the bright pink with all this. It's that, I can't even describe it, but it's that like Florida floral pattern. I don't know how to describe it. But you know, you've seen it on a t-shirt, you've seen it, the florals on like those Hawaiian shirts, but Florida versions. That's what this reminds me of. And you can see I started playing more with the texture. You can feel the paint a little bit more. It's a little thicker on top. I really love this one. This one is a beauty to me. I think this one was done in October 2022, so this is a month later after the other ones. Like I said, each one gets a little bit better. Each one gets a little bit better. There's a couple step backs, I think, in some of them. Each one gets a little bit better. So this is number 5. This one I did in December 2023. You can kind of guess the theme. Christmas, obviously. So yeah, they're citrus, but they kind of give ornament vibes, you know? And I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but it just does, and it makes it look like Christmas. Still playing with the texture, like you can kind of feel the paint on top. Xmas Citrus is what I said on the back, and then it has a little stamp that matches all the others. For number 6, I wanted to play with the idea of black and white because I have all these neon paints. And I was like, that'd be cool to do a neon background with some black and white citrus. Black, white, gray. And this one I experimented a little bit more on, and I did this one in February 2023, so of this year. I experimented with a little more. As you can see, there's some glitter. I got like this glitter spackle basically, and I put it where the white would be. Not necessarily in the citrus, but just like in the center and then right here on the edges for the detail. And then on the outside, I also like spackled it in the silver. So it kind of has that theme and I love it. And it gives it a nice, I mean, like I said, texture, and this has the texture. This was done in January 23 as well, or not as well, but January of 2023. And I did this on like a wood board. And I just playing more around with the idea of citrus and then like other things that I like crystals that you saw earlier. So this is done in Posca pens. I don't know, the background's just regular acrylic, but then this is all done in Posca. It has a little bit of an iridescent paint on top as well, just to give it a shine. Granted, I don't love it. It isn't my favorite. I think it's cool. I don't think it's bad. It isn't my favorite. I think it's the crystals I'm still working on how to do, to be real. Like you understand what it is, but it's still, dog, chill. You still understand what it is and like it still looks cool, but it isn't my favorite, I think, but feels nice. It's part of the collection. What can I say? Moving on to painting number 7, I believe, of the citrus collection. I didn't even number this one yet. Okay. We have this Cosmo, Wanda, and Poof citrus. I didn't necessarily mean to call it that, but that's actually just kind of what it is. It's Cosmo, Wanda, and Poof. If you know, you know. March of 2007, this is the 7th picture, or the 7th citrus of the edition. Playing more with texture. It's kind of hard to see it. My camera isn't gonna pick it up, but I did a little bit more texture in the middle and a little bit more of a flower looking action, just to give it more texture. Nothing crazy, really. This one I haven't even varnished yet. I kind of did this. I unfortunately went through a really bad mental crisis from like, I'd say like April, May to probably August, and it was really bad. One of the worst I've had living on my own, at least, or at least that I can like fully remember. So I stopped doing art about this time. So I haven't even varnished this and I haven't even dated it. I need to so I can remember, because I kind of understand around the time, but it's not even varnished. It's just another citrus. This one is very textured though. You can see how textured it is. I started making them thicker and thicker and thicker just because I thought that's what I was into. Takes too long, I'll mind you that. So I still need to varnish this, but this is cool. And then I have a gold glitter on the sides. It's just to add a little something something, you know? All right, so that's all the 6x6 citrus that I have done. Now there's a couple other ones that I'd like to show. If you didn't know, Five Below has circle canvases. Just to let you know. So I did this in December of 2022, and I did a big ass citrus. Now, it's uneven, I know. It's a little crooked, I get it, but not gonna lie, I still like it. She's got some detail, little dots on the edges to kind of give that orange feel. She's a little thick, you know? She has a little texture. The middle is a flower. I think she's pretty. A little weird, a little wobbly, but who isn't a little weird and little wobbly? Now, we have the sister. We have the sister to that painting, and I really love this one as well. This was done February 2023, so 3 months after. And we have the pink version. Love, look at her! You can see she's a little bit more even, a little less detail. This one had like some yellow and other stuff, but I didn't do that with her. In the middle, she's a little thick. She's got some texture, and then she's also, you can't tell as much, but in person she shifts in the light because she has some pink iridescent on the white parts of it, and she just looks fantastic. She just looks fantastic. I do love this one a lot. I just think it looks very satisfying to my eye, and I'm like, I'm so happy. So she's the second of the big citrus collection, so she's number 2. Now we have a couple other random ones. Wow. This one I did in April 2023, right before my hiatus and my depressive episode. Now this one, a bitch, because for some reason I was like, I just want to make all of my paintings really textured. And so this thing is just textured all around. And let me mind you, it is every bit of this painting is textured besides the actual background. It hurts. This thing hurts. you'll stab yourself. And after I did this, I kind of was like, I'm done with the texture, because when I go to varnish it now, I notice that my whites are yellowing. Look at that. Look how disgusting that is. It's yellowing because it's pulling in these crevices of the texture, and I do not like that. That looks awful. So this is kind of one of the last textured. I have a couple more, I think. There's actually even one I didn't even finish because I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother wasting all my paint if it's just gonna yellow when I varnish it. And it's a huge painting, so it's just, that's not the technique I'm doing anymore. And if I do it, I have, what's it called? It's like the thickening paste to make it thick, so you can actually sculpt with the paint. But this is just the paint, and I'm not for it anymore. We have a couple baby ones. I have a little baby toast, egg on avocado toast. He's just with Posca. I have another Posca done in February of 23, not 2003, 23. This is all done with Posca, and we have some glitter in the background as well. But it was just like a little painting I did while like my friend was here and while we were hanging out, and I would just bring my Poscas out and do it. And I ended up really liking how this turned out, and then I varnished it, and it looks really cute. And this background color was actually a mess up because I was trying a technique and I didn't like it, so I was just wiping the paint, and I was like, oh, I'll paint over it or whatever, and I just did this instead, and it looks good. I did some glitter. No. Cute. Now, I'm also witchy, if you didn't know. I'm witchy. So we have a citrus triple moon. If you don't know what the triple moon is, it's a very popular symbol within Wicca community, pagans. So you look it up, okay? I'm not gonna explain it. I love the triple moon. It's one of my favorite symbols, and so I started doing citrus triple moons, and so this is kind of like the little start of it, little baby. I did in April, put some texture just to play with it a little bit, just experimenting with different stuff that I got. Call this the triple citrus. And then one of my favorite paintings I've ever done, I have right here. This is called the triple citrus, or the citrus cycle, and this is a big citrus moon phase that I did. Nothing crazy really, it's just citrus and the moon phase, but she's very satisfying, very even. She's textured as well, and there's some iridescent paint on her, and we're basically getting down to it. I have one more painting. So this was also a painting that I did in June, and I was kind of in that hiatus spot, but I still wanted to paint, and it was still a very bad thing, but I wanted to do something for Pride, and I was like, I want to do Citrus Pride. I haven't even varnished this yet though, so this is I don't even know if I named it necessarily, but it's Citrus Pride, and as you can see, all of these citrus represent a different flag of the Pride community. We obviously don't have all of the flags on here. I kind of just chose the ones that made the most sense with the color, or with the how I would break up the colors. See, we have trans flag, lesbian flag. I think this is the pan flag, bi flag, non-binary flag. This is asexual flag right here. This might be a demi flag. I don't remember, like a demisexual flag. And then these four right here are just rainbow flags. So those are just Pride flags to have in the background. And then it's textured and bumpy because I kind of wanted to represent the rocky road that gay people of the Pride community go through. And so it's very textured, very bumpy on the back, but still very shiny, very pretty. But I do like her a lot. She's not my favorite in form of composition, but I still did a good job, and I think it's cool. I'm still gonna varnish it eventually, but yeah. The last thing I would like to share are just these little wooden ornaments that I made. I made about 7 of them, so, oh, that's not an egg, that's a citrus one. I gave away probably like 4 of them. So these are like kind of, this one's really good, but like the non-favorites of mine, because I gave away all the other ones. But yeah, these are just some of the things, and I have so many of these from last Christmas. Make more ornaments with, which is going to be the plan for sure. But yeah, that is kind of one last thing I wanted to share is one that I have recently done. And this is just kind of showing like where I'm going. Like I want to do different types of art and different, I'm not over the citrus, but I'm kind of over the citrus. Like the citrus is definitely like, I would say one of my styles for sure, especially when you kind of mix it in with the witchy stuff or like mixing it in. But I'm definitely, you know, just like the regular composition ones like these, I'm bored. So I want to do other things, paint other things, expand. And for some reason I'm in that space where I'm not so afraid to, like I want to, and so I'm going to take advantage of that. So recently I painted this little ghost, and I have so many ghosts in my sketchbook that I want to paint, but this is the first one. We have Ghost going after the crystal, and then it isn't varnished yet, but then on the sides I also did like a medium to make it look like crushed crystals a little bit, just to give it some more texture, more pizzazz. But I really love this, and I think once it looks varnished, it's gonna look so good. And I'm very excited about the new stuff that I want to do, because I think I'm really like breaking out of my shell, and like the fact that like I get scared to make ugly things. I'm trying to embrace that a little bit. And if you don't try, then I'm not going to ever make anything else besides citrus. And that is not really what I want. So that is my collection so far. Let me know if you want. I think I kind of love the idea of an ugly art haul. I think that's an awesome idea, because we need to recognize and normalize that like artists make ugly things. 75% of the things you're gonna make is ugly, but that's also your opinion most of the time, because somebody else probably thinks all of your art is beautiful while you might not think it is, blah 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 blah, whatever. So I would love to do an ugly art haul, things that I don't love, and to show you that like I think it'd just be good to like because most of the time you're not gonna show the things you don't like, so I think it's good to normalize not making pretty art all the time. I hope you liked my little art haul, so we'll see what else I have in store. So hey, editing me here, I literally forgot to like say goodbye, so this is my goodbye. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you stick around for future videos. This is going to be something to hope to do more of, so if you liked it, if you like hanging out, hang out with me more, give me some more ideas of what you'd like to see from me, art, other things. I'm open to everything, so thank you so much, have a great time, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.